Greetings, Internet. Welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be turn 4 of my Fields of Fire playthrough of the first mission in Normandy. And, well, last turn I found and discovered an 88, which happens to be on one of my objectives. Not very nice, is it? But, yeah, first time I've encountered one of those. Hence why this game is so fascinating, because it is different every time you play it, which is a definite thumbs up, isn't it? If you could give me a thumbs up and a like, that would be much appreciated. Any comments, yeah, just put them in, and it's, they'll be all read and answered. And of course, please subscribe if you enjoy what I do, and hit that notification, because it'll let you know whenever I do an upload. That's the housekeeping done. If you could just pay the rent, which is the thumbs up, it all helps the channel, it spreads the word, etc. But let's go down the map and then see what's going on. Couple of things. In the last episode, there was a little sound problem. I have no idea why. Because I didn't press anything different. It just, from between 8 minutes and 17 minutes, it decided, up yours, I'm not going to record sound. Nothing I can do about it. I can't go back over the turn, really. So, yeah, if you're watching it, just follow the counters and such forth, and you'll see roughly what I'm doing. Another thing, one of the very observant commentators has noted that I didn't, when my bazooka team from here fired into here, I didn't put down a missed grenade counter, which would have applied a -1 to anything else in that card. However, the result would, even with that -1, would have only been the enemy pinned, even though it's -5 artillery and such forth. He got away with it. Whereas my guy sitting in a building with +6, he took a shell from the 88 and went, whoa, and became paralyzed. So that's the situation. I've got first platoon sitting here, second platoon sitting here, third platoon in reserve. Well, I say first platoon here. Most of the infantry of first platoon is back still in the staging area. I need to get them up. So they're going to be moving into here as best as possible. And I need to actually start to close with this guy, or do I keep throwing artillery at him? We shall see how the orders and such activations dictate. Now, in the previous videos, I've been bringing up the cards and showing things in detail. I won't be doing as much detail in the actual cards themselves. I'll go through the sequence of play, and anything that's new, I will show in that kind of detail. If you haven't watched the previous ones, then episodes, please do so, because I obviously go into quite the weeds as we've done. Anyway, it's turn 4, and it starts with my friendly higher HQ event phase. So let's see. That's where I draw a card here, and we're looking for a radio here. There isn't one, so there is no HQ event. Next up then is a friendly command phase. Okay, and it's a battalion HQ impulse. They're not on the board, so all they literally do is say, go on in, and they activate my HQ, which is just done there. Next up is my company HQ impulse. I have to determine how many cards how many commands he has. So I draw a card. Excellent for a change. He gets 5. However, he is green, so that subtracts 1, and the contact is engaged. So we're not getting any additionals there. So he gets 4 commands, which is more than adequate, hopefully, for what I need to do. Right. So he's sitting here, and he's going to make radio contact to this. Well, I'm using field phones, aren't I? Field phones to the first platoon HQ, and activates him. Where is that HQ? Platoon, third platoon. Where's first platoon HQ? Ah, under there. Okay, so he'll activate first platoon HQ. That's 1 command. He'll activate second platoon HQ for a 2nd command. And then he'll activate the XO officer. platoon as well. There we go. All right, he's not activating, so he's got one command left, and I will actually save that. Let's just flip that. That's him done for the turn. Okay. So the XO, just make sure they're all in communication. So he's sitting with the second platoon is here. All right. And he has a telephone link back to the staging area because he's got a telephone. That's automatic into the staging area. It's in the staging area. It's full of phone lines. Okay. Telephone engineers have been working really busily in the staging area. The XO officer who's on here, he does have a, let me just double check. Where's the XO? There he is. He does have a field phone. So again, that connects back. So everyone's that I've given an activation order to was in telecommunication with each other. Right. So that's the CO finish. He also has a runner, which I'm not going to need at the present moment. So we go to the platoon HQ and CO staff impulse. And I've got first, second, and the CO XO. I can activate. I can choose which order I want to do them. Well, I'm going to start with the first platoon, which is over here. So I draw a card for him. He gets 3, but remember he is green. -1 is 2, and he's not undercover. So he gets 2. He's already on 1, so he's got a total of 3 activations. Okay, so now let's go and do a little bit of a close-up and see what we want to do with the first platoon. Right, well, we definitely don't want to go at the minefield. That would be foolish, even though it's got cover there and such forth. But no, that really is limiting my order of advance. Thank you very much, you Germans. So we could do a platoon move and move them onto this card. Now, the maximum stacking, I know it's not stacking directly, but the maximum we can have on this card is 16 steps. So I can all highlight here and press the 1 button on the keyboard. It tells me I've got 7 friendly steps in that card. And I've got here, pressing the 1 button again, I've got 8. 7 plus 8 is 15. So I could move the whole platoon there. And that will cost me 2 orders, which we did last time, a platoon move. I can't see any reason why not do that. So I'm going to do that. That cost me, that will leave him 1 order remaining. And that will move him to that card with all 3 of his squads. Okay, I can't infiltrate because there's no enemy fire on that card. I might as well move them into cover there as well. See that cover marker? It can take them, but if it does get fired upon... wait a minute. Do I want to do that? Yes. Okay, so who's not under the cover? Right, so this paralyzed guy isn't. Yeah, I'm going to pause and reorder that card. Okay. Everybody, apart from the LMG and this paralyzed guy, are in that cover. If they get fired on by nasty German artillery, that could be nasty, but we'll take the cover at the present moment because I've got to be in the cover to give some orders. Now I've also got to mark some exposed here. So he's exposed. Obviously the platoon commander is exposed. This guy's exposed. Everyone that moved effectively, he's exposed. Right. Okay. So what do we want to do now? He's got 1 order remaining. So we could order the artillery officer to bring another barrage down on there. Or do we want to move onto that particular? I think we'll try and bring the artillery down. So he spends his last order to order the artillery forward of to carry on that artillery barrage. So he gets a +1 to his card draw because it's already now a homed-in target, and our artillery gets. Just need to double check. I think it's 3 card draws. but I just want to double check. Card draw. Oh, it's only 2. Reflecting that it's early Normandy. We haven't got all our supplies in. So it's 2. So it's going to be 3 because of the marked artillery objects. So we've got 3 card draw to bring the artillery in. 1, we need a burst symbol. 2, come on. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, if we were bringing battalion barrage, that would be really effective, but it's just a normal barrage. So that incoming counter stays there, but we also get, well, I can clone it. There we go. Put one there. And then flip that over to show that that's now an incoming still over there, which is good. So that's his 3 orders finished. And also the artillery is bringing another barrage in. So we need to reflect that on our display here, where we had 3. That now becomes 3 becomes, oh, come on. Why is it frozen? Becomes 2. And first platoon, he used all of his 3 orders, so he is done. Let's flip that over there. Okay. Now, I could do the XO, but I want to see what second platoon does. Now, second platoon needs to get moving. We need to get over here and potentially here because we need to clear this whole row. So we've got this fire team stuck over here and we can't, he'll have to move over under personal initiative to get off there because I'm not going to send someone over there to actually do that. We've also got this mortar here. So we can't see this, unfortunately, yet until we get over here. Okay. Well, we've got to determine how many orders second platoon has. It's just about to spend it all, and we haven't even worked out what we're getting. Not a lot. 2 plus 1, sorry, 2 minus 1 is he gets 1. So he's got a total of 2 orders. That ain't great. It's a bit of a pain. That's a problem when they're green. So effectively, he's got 2. Okay. I'm going to create a fire team here and then go and explore the orchard and grove. That's 2 orders. Okay, so pull a lat team. That's 1. They move into there, which is going to make them exposed for 2. And that's him done. Doesn't feel very much, does it? I will have that. Okay. Then it's my EXO officer. He's also green, so he draws a card. Still got to draw the card. He gets 3. Now I reshuffle the deck. He gets 3. He's green, makes it 2. So he does have 3 orders. Okay. What can he do back here? Right, we have an assault team. We now don't want to bring that into here. I was thinking of assaulting there, but yeah, well, guys are going to keep firing there. So, look, yeah. Is there any point coming here at the present moment? I'm just creating targets, aren't I? We've got no one in. We've got the 50 cal back here. That might be worth bringing up. Well, we can tell third platoon to do that. You know what? Okay, so we've got this assault team. Yeah. We've got this paralyzed team. So he's going to rally them, which is automatic because there's no enemy fire on here. So that will change him from a state of paralyzed to litter team. That's one. And then we're going to do it again. Now, he can do that as separate rallies because each one is a different order on the chart. So he can change him from a paralyzed to a litter team, and then he changes him to a fire team. That's using two orders. I could even now change him to an assault team if I wanted to, but I don't. So he's still got one order left. He will order the anti-tank team to fire again into there. So that is going to be his last order. They need to draw two, and we need a grenade symbol. 1, 2. They didn't get one, but it does put another, which I forgot to do last time, a grenade card on there. Miss grenade. It's just going to give them that extra -1. There we go. So grenade miss -1. And that takes his ammo from 2 down to 1. Okay. And that's the XO finished. Let me just go to where he is. All right, he used all of his commands as well. Let's flip him. Boom. There we go. Right, so that's all the activated commanders done. So we're now entering the initiative. The only platoon that's using initiative is third platoon. So let's see what he actually gets. So he draws a card, or tries to draw a card. He gets us 2. Remember, if you're using initiative, it's a smaller number. So he gets 2. He's green, so he gets 1. And that takes him to 3. Okay, what we're going to do with his 3? Do we need to do anything? Let me just double check. I think we've now got 16 steps on this card. Oops, let's close. 15. So we could send one more step there, which we will do. He will order the heavy machine gun forward, which is then also marked as exposed. And he will move it into the order it into the cover. All right. Okay. Yeah. That's him done. So that's all I want to do is one order there. So he's got 2 remaining. And then we do the general initiative. Now, I really would like a big number on this one. 4. Wow. I did ask for a big number. I got a big number. 4. Okay. Well, the first one is to get this guy off there back to here. Remember, moving off a minefield card doesn't set it off. Moving onto or within does. Okay, so that's 1. So I've got 3 more. Now, I did ask for a big number. Okay. Right. So we've got this mortar here. What can we do with that mortar? Okay. So we've got 3 orders left. The XO hasn't moved. He will now try and infiltrate to the village. Is it a village? Is it a village? It is a village. To the village. Now, he is green. So he's only going to draw one card for this, and he's trying to move into the building. Right, so he doesn't infiltrate, but he has got a phone. Okay, so I've got two orders left, and he then orders this mortar section to fire over here. Now, I don't need a direct line of sight. It's a mortar. Okay. So let me just double check, make sure. We know the XO's got a phone. The mortar section also has a field phone. Okay, so he's calling that in. Now, this is the first time I've actually done this. Normally, I field this as split little units, which you can do. But I'm now going to check which order that actually is. Okay, so that is on the combat actions. It's a call for indirect fire from an on-map mortar. Cost is one order, so that will take us down to one order remaining. It's automatic, which is brilliant. Any HQ or staff can call it. He is a staff member. Any on-map mortar unit, there it is. Place the appropriate fire volume of fire marker on any spotted enemy card in the originator's line of sight, which that 88 is, and in range of the firing mortar. The mortar's got a long range, so close is adjacent, long it is one card further, which means it's in range. The firing mortar unit must have at least 2 steps. He's got 3. The mortar unit expends ammo. So that goes in as, notice he's got a H. So we now have a H volume of fire on there. So place volume of fire. Okay, so I need to change that to a H volume of fire. And hopefully that'll keep him busy. If we can get him pinned, that'll be brilliant. Right, so that will use up 1 ammo from that mortar. I'm going to bring the ammo up onto the map, and because I like to keep it on track on the map, it's a bit easier. So let me do that. Right, the last thing I want to do is I want to get this paralyzed team off there. Now, there's a special chart. I will actually bring this up to show it. It's called the LAT limitations chart, LAT limited action teams, on what they're allowed to do. Now, effectively, let me find where it is. LAT. There it is. So let's bring the Alt button. Okay, LAT limitations chart. That's on the left-hand side. Now, a pinned unit under movement can attempt to seek cover, move within card, or move to an adjacent card, but only if that card is a staging area or a friendly occupied and has no volume of fire on it. Or, if you look further right down, paralyzed team, move to adjacent card, but only if that card is a staging area or is a friendly occupied and has no volume of fire on it. So under both of those circumstances, that chap, even though he's pinned, can go to this card, which is friendly occupied, or this card is friendly occupied. I think this has got enough on it. So he's going to fall back as my last initiative into this card here. He remains pinned. So basically, he's hugging the dirt. That leaves him and only him in that building, doesn't it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot I hadn't put the assault team. But anyway, I've run out of initiatives. That's me done. Okay, so let's yeah, that's me done. Next up then, the Germans. Yeah, no, sorry, sad old German accent. Okay, so we've got to first of all draw a card to see if they have a HQ event. They do. Right, what's this one going to be? Are we looking under the 10? And it's the number 7. Number 7. So I look under the book and see what a number 7 does as a HQ event for the Germans. Right page. Okay. Fall back. Move all unpinned units straight back 1 card. Oh. Move all unpinned units straight back 1 card. Now, we know that 88 can't move, and that can't move because he's pinned. And that's the only 2 units on. Now, that does have, let me just zoom in on that guy. Sorry, he's in the trench. Move the ammo out of the way slightly. Now, it has a no move counter, so I'm going to have to verify if that will allow him to actually pull back. I'm not sure on that one. From my reading, no, because it's got that no move arrow, it stops him moving, which is unfortunate because I'd like him to fall back, because if he falls back off this, my actual map area, he would have disappeared. But he hasn't. Darn. And the pin guy can't move, so that's it from the HQ. So they've ordered other units, which I can't see yet, to fall back. Next up then is the German activation enemy activity check segment. So there's 2 enemy cards. So I need to do, well, what I need to do then, which is a counter that's not actually in the counter mix. There's an enemy activation counter here where you can mark each, I was going to say hex again, each card that has an enemy unit on it. And you've first of all got to determine which of those 2 units we're going to do first. So always the higher, closer to the enemy, will be card number 1, and then card 2, and then anything will be count from left to right. So draw a card. It's card number 1, so it's the 88, the dreaded 88. What is he going to do? So that's where I have that enemy activity sheet, and he's not pinned yet. So let me bring that up again. Where is it? There it is. So we're looking at here. Bring the Alt key. So again, enemy defensive activity check hierarchy, and it's a deliberate defense. So we're working our way down. So on the same card as an opposing unit, no. On the same card, no. The A, the G, or H volume fire unit with an out of ammo marker. He's not out of ammo. Next one. Not under fire, and no LOS to an opposing unit. He is under fire. And he has an opposing unit, so that one doesn't count. Not under fire, but has no. Under fire, but not under cover. He's in a trench, so that one doesn't apply. Under fire from a different direction to his own PDF. Well, he's been fired by the mortar. So shift PDF to direction of incoming fire. Well, he can't do that option. Grenade attack or concentrate fire or no action. I think that's the one he's got to do. Unit has an open fire unit. No. I think it's under fire from a different direction to his own PDF. He's not under fire from a different direction. He's been fired from a direction he can't do, so that one doesn't apply. A or H volume of fire unit that has open fire placed to PDF. He will try to attempt concentration fire on my more guys in the building where he has got a PDF. Okay, so he's attempting to concentrate fire on this, which I hope he doesn't do, because that'd be nasty. So we're looking for a roundel. He is a line unit, so he draws 2 cards, and he's looking for that symbol there. 1, 2. He didn't get it, so he didn't get the concentrated fire, but that's his action. Right, now for the German heavy machine gun that's in here. So using the same chart, I'm going to bring it up again. He is pinned, so he uses the different chart. So let me bring that up, which is this one, which is the enemy lat pinned activating check hierarchy, which is the second column there. All right, he has no leader, and pinned on same card, no. Pinned on same card, no. Pinned, not undercover. He is undercover. Pinned undercover, which is the 4th option down. He will draw a card. 1, 2, he'll get no action. 3, he'll rally. 4, he'll fall back. Okay, so we draw a card. We're looking at the number 4, 1 with no action. Yeah, under the 4 is 1, which is no action. So a command hasn't come through for him to try and rally. And that's it. So what I would normally do now is, as I was working my way through, which I didn't do, is flip these counters over and show you what they say on them. There you go. Enemy activity check completed. So this is something that is only, it could be in the vassal module, I don't know, but it's definitely not in the original game. And it's damn useful. So maybe in the next expansion they'll put them in, and I then clear enemy activity markers. Okay, and then they're gone, and that's then done. We now have the mutual capture and retreat phase. There's no of my guys on their cards or their guys on my cards, so none of that really applies. Retreat any unpinned paralyzed team on a volume of fire marker? No. Have we increased? Are we into very engaged? Not very engaged is another term. Heavily engaged. No, that would only come about if we were actually on the same card as them. So we're not heavily engaged. That hasn't changed. No vehicles. So we have the fire mission update segment. We're now in the mutual combat phase. Remove existing incoming. So that counter is gone. And then flip pending markers to their active side. So where is it? There it is. Now becomes, let's just delete that one off there. So boom, that comes in. Then we have the potential contact evaluation segment. Okay, there's only one new counter potential contact, and that's this one here. So he's an A. So we need to find out if he's actually something real. This is where we look on this chart here. All right, so it's A, and we're currently engaged, so we'll be drawing 5 cards. Yeah, we're drawing 5 cards, and we're looking for the word contact. Or actually, we're looking not for the word contact. We don't want any more enemies on the board. 1, 2, rally, 3, rally, 4, nominal. There's all the rally cards. And number 5, we keep on going. 6, rally. Okay, so, well, that's the 5 cards. Reshuffle. I remember you only do the reshuffle after you finish what you were trying to do, but we've now determined there was nobody on this card or nothing worth activating. Well, they fell back, didn't they? These are all worth experience points. Each of the A's are worth 2. The B's and C's are worth 1. So far we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 experience points, which we can use in between the missions. Okay, so that's the potential contacts done. Pinned recovery segment. Remove pinned markers from any vehicle or infantry units that are not under a volume of fire. Okay, so we retreated this guy. There's no volume of fire here, so that pinned comes off. That's it, because that German's under a volume of fire. So anyway, let's delete that. Okay, then it's the combat effects segment, and we determine the NCM for each card, and I'll start north to south. So starting up onto this card here, right, we have -3 heavy weapons, +2, still net -1. There's no, and the trench. So it's actually at +2, +4. Darn it, forgot about the trench. +4, -3 is a net +1. Let's have a look here. Draw a card. +1. He's hit. Yes. Yes. Okay, so now we check the effect on the hit, and he's a line unit. Okay. Paralyzed and litter team. Love it. That's how you deal with a mortar, with an 88. He's a paralyzed and litter team. Okay. So we need to pull a lat on there. Okay. I'm going to clone that. Where's the clone button? Oh, I missed it. Okay, so pull another one then. Okay. That I'm going to remove for the moment. So one of these is paralyzed. State is paralyzed. One is a litter team. And they're both obviously inside that trick. That was very effective mortar fire. This, I think, is actually been removed because I don't think you'll be able to recover from where they are. I say, if anyone's watching and says, "Oh, wait, you did that wrong," let me know in the comments. And also, while you're at it, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. There we go, a bit more advertising for the channel. Okay, so that was very useful because I was very worried about that. But a bit of a mortar. Well done, XO officer. However, you're under fire as well, but we'll get to you in a moment. We now move up to this card. Remember, I always go highest, then onto this card, this row. So the enemy heavy machine gun is under artillery, which is -5. Automatic, -6. Missed grenade, -7. And he's on +2, so it's -5. Pin, -4. Okay, -4. That's as low as it can go. Draw a card. He's hit. Excellent. Draw another card. He is paralyzed. Superb. All right. Pull a lap team. What I'm going to do with this lap team is I'm going to change its state to paralyzed. Love it. That comes off. It goes on. And he's still pinned. That's a good point. These are still pinned as well. Okay. And that's gone as well. While turning it around. There we go. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. All right. Okay, that just leaves one left to work out, which is the fire onto my XO officer. So we have +3, plus another 3 is +6. However, -3 for the 88 firing some shells in that, plus a -2 moving in there, that's -5. So net +1. Darn it, he's hit as well. Dole. +1, and he's a casualty. I killed him. Boom. That's nice. And then we've got to check to see what happened to the telephone. I think it's 50-50 because he was taken out. So on a 1, it's gone. On a 2, it's sitting there. 2, it's just sitting there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Our first casualty. All right. The XO. Well, he did his job, to be fair. Where's the XO assets? Not good. So there's a field phone in there. And I need to replace him with a full casualty. There it is. Not remove the casualty, remove the XO. Both my staff officers have been taken out. There's no point marking this pin because it's the only thing we can do is bring it back to the staging area, which is down here. Oh, I can't even remember what it is. There it is, casualty collection point. Well, he'll definitely be written in reports because he did what we needed him to do. Okay, so that's all the fire resolved. Now I've got to do my ammo consumption. The HMD has just run out of ammo, so I'll put that to the side and give it an out of ammo marker. Is there an out of ammo marker? No, draw an out of ammo marker. No, there isn't. Okay, so I know there is a marker, but there's no easy click method to get one. There it is. Out of ammo. Okay, we'll keep that sort of there in case we do get an ammo resupply. With that, so the grenade is gone. That volume of fire, there is now only infantry firing in there because the machine gun stops. So that becomes small arms. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop in the sense of I have to give them an order to stop. So we need to change that state to small arms. It's gone. Okay, the volume of fire here, he's got no one that's doing that. So that PDF's gone because paralyzed teams don't fire and neither do litter teams. So that's gone. So I think that's it. Let's delete those. Does that change any of the... Right, so we've still got a volume of fire here. This artillery will go off. Still got a volume of fire here. And technically we've still got a volume of fire there. So that is 2 lots of volume of fire. So it will stay as engaged rather than drop down to contact. Right. We'll now do a cleanup. Okay. That will put us into turn 5, I believe. I've done this mission before, and I've played the standalone and never had my XO and my Staff Sergeant taken out. I've had either one or the other taken out, but not both. Now, can I recreate those? I can maybe recreate the XO. I'll have to double check that, but that'll be in the next video. Okay. So situation, paralyzed German here. We're going to try and obviously get onto that card. We're going to push up now. The 88's been taken out, which was useful. Well done, Mr. Mortar. Again, if I did anything wrong there, please let me know in the comments. As we expand out of our little beachhead here, well, not beachhead, but you know what I mean, we're surrounded by 2 mortars in the either farm. We've still got this A to clear and this A contact to clear. We've got to clear both rows, and then we've got to take objective 1 and objective 2. Exciting stuff. Okay, let's bring this back up to the top. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, because I did. That was fun, especially getting that 88. Because I was like, oh, blimey, he's on the objective. But to get that, I thought, wait a minute, I can get the mortar to fire on that. And as I say, it's the first time I've done that, because you don't have to follow the strict lines of sight, because mortars fire out of line of sight, don't they? And I hadn't checked, but having it as a free, as in it's an automatic hit, that was brilliant. So yeah, and that's the nice thing about this game. You keep learning the more you play it. However, the XO did suffer for that, didn't he? If he'd been able to infiltrate onto that card, that extra -2 would only have been pinned rather than hit. But he was like, ooh, look at me. A bit slow and green. So I'm going to have to check to see if I can reconstitute. I know I can't do it. Oh, well, I don't think I can do the sergeant. But I'll have to check that. That's additional rules, and I'll let you know at the beginning of chapter 5, which will be the next episode. As I say, if you liked it, please give a like to the channel. It all helps. Any comments, much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed, please do so already, or please do so if you haven't done so already. You know what I mean. And finally, hit the notification. And if you've got this game, play it. If you haven't got this game, I advise you to get it, because it's going to sell out soon. I have P500, the British one, which is the Paras. So I'm really looking forward to that. I do have Fields of Fire Volume 2, which is the Marines versus the Japanese, and Korea and Vietnam as well. So plenty to do and look forward to regarding this game. But until next time, play games, have fun. Bye, Internet.